And I think that's a huge misconception with Christianity is, we're taking these steps towards Jesus. And it's like, okay, well, when am I going to get there? When am I going to have it all, know it all? I read the whole Bible. So am I good now? I have all the knowledge. I could do all those things. But we're constantly growing and changing. And we will never stop growing and changing and taking steps towards the Lord. That's why they call the word the living word, because it's always constantly landing on us differently. And I didn't realize that as a teenager. And, when life started to hit, I started to think I wasn't cut out for it. I lost a close friend of mine at a really young age, and I was like, oh man, I don't think I'm cut out for this. There was no explanation as to why she was gone, and I was like, why would God do that? I don't think I can serve God if he's just gonna be doing things like that, just bad things, and not stopping them from happening either. And I kind of sunk into a depression, but I had a lot of youth leaders that held me up in that. And it wasn't until I ended up landing at a random Bible study. I don't know a single person that was at this Bible study. I've never seen them again. I don't remember their names. They were just random people from another church. And it was just me and one of my youth leaders, and we just went. And they were going through Philippians chapter 1. And I remember at the time, my depression was so severe that I just wanted to end my life. I didn't want to continue. It was really bad. And they read through Philippians, and Philippians 1:21 always stuck with me. And it says, "For me to live is Christ, and to die is gain. If I'm to live in the flesh, that means fruitful labor for me. Yet which shall I choose? I cannot tell. I'm hard pressed between the two. My desire is to depart and be with Christ, for that is far better. But to remain in the flesh is more necessary on your account. Convinced of this, I know that I will remain and continue with all of you for your progress and joy in the faith, so that in me you may have ample cause to glory in Jesus Christ, because of my coming to you again." I know this is Paul talking to the Philippians. And, there was a lot to unpack there as a teenager. I didn't think I was, already leading people, but I saw in that moment that, if I were to take my own life, that would be a loss for myself and for others. Because I believe in God. And even in my depression, I still believed in God. That was never a question. But if I weren't to stay around, then I couldn't draw more people closer to him. I couldn't serve other people, show him Christ's love. And, there's plenty of people in the world that do that, but the only reason why I ever want to be a youth director is because I felt that God had a calling on my heart to do that for others. So that verse really stuck with me and struck me and kind of encouraged me to keep going. And that's really where my work in ministry started. I started serving the youth once I was in my senior year of high school. I was serving the middle schoolers. I went on to be on staff as the youth director eventually at my church. And now I get the pleasure of doing it with Christ's calling.